All right, so let's get right into it. We've all been sold this idea that to get ahead, to get rich, you have to out-hustle everybody. More hours, less sleep. But what if that whole philosophy is not just wrong, but it's actually making you poorer? Today, we're going to break down a blueprint that flips that entire idea on its head. It argues that your secret financial weapon isn't your grind, it's your sleep.
We've all heard this one, right? It's the battle cry of hustle culture. You see it on t-shirts, you hear it in motivational talks. It's meant to sound tough, like a call to arms, to just push past your limits. The whole idea is that rest is for the weak, and success only comes from non-stop grinding. I mean, it sounds powerful, doesn't it? But is it actually smart?
And that brings us to the real gut punch question at the heart of this whole thing. What if that mantra is actively sabotaging your financial future? What if by skipping sleep, you're not gaining an edge at all? What if you're actually losing the one thing that truly matters, your mental clarity? So let's get into the nitty-gritty of what's actually happening inside your head when you're running on empty. Because the price of exhaustion isn't just feeling tired. Nope, it has a direct, measurable, and pretty scary impact on your performance and ultimately your wealth. Now, this is where it gets really interesting. The source material uses this brilliant metaphor. Think of your brain as your human software. It's the operating system that runs every single decision you make, big or small. When it's optimized, it's lightning fast, it's sharp. But burnout is a full-on system crash. Your decision-making just lags, your creativity starts to glitch out, and your focus, forget about it.
And when that software of yours is buggy, man, the fallout is real. You're not just a little sluggish, you're making terrible calls with your money. You're too foggy to even notice that career-making opportunity that's staring you right in the face. According to this blueprint, you are, for all intents and purposes, just torching your own potential.
Okay, so this isn't just some fluffy metaphor. There is actual science behind why a tired brain makes awful financial choices. It even has a name, and it's the main villain of our story. So let's meet decision fatigue.
So what is this thing? Well, decision fatigue is what happens when your mental willpower is totally drained. Your ability to make a good, rational choice just nosedives. So what does your brain do? It defaults to the easy way out, making impulsive, short-sighted decisions, or sometimes no decision at all. You know that feeling when you've had a crazy long day and you just scroll endlessly through a streaming service, totally unable to pick a movie? Yep, that's decision fatigue in action. And the number one culprit, the primary cause of this crippling state, it's not just a lack of sleep, it's poor quality sleep. Specifically, it's fragmented REM sleep. See, that's the crucial phase of your sleep that's like a deep system defrag for your brain. It's where you process emotions and lock in memories. When that gets interrupted, your brain never gets the critical update it needs to run properly the next day. And check this out, this lays it all out, plain as day. On the left, you've got the optimized brain. It's working with clarity and focus. It makes disciplined choices and thinks about the long term. But on the right, that's the fatigued brain. It runs on impulse and shortcuts. It makes risky trades. And it makes what the source calls, pretty bluntly, poverty tier choices. Things like that impulse buy you can't afford, or putting off that crucial financial planning for tomorrow. All right, enough doom and gloom about the problem. Let's talk about the fix. This blueprint lays out a very specific protocol to fight back against decision fatigue and reboot your brain. It's called the 3-2-1 recovery method, and you can think of it as your official human software upgrade.
So how does it work? Well, it's basically a three-step process. First up, you have to fundamentally shift your thinking to prioritize recovery. It's not a luxury, it's a core part of your strategy. Next, you learn to master your sleep architecture, which is a fancy way of saying you focus on the quality of your deep and REM sleep, not just the hours. And finally, you apply that newfound clarity. You install the upgrade.
Look, the end game here isn't just about feeling a little less groggy. It's about gaining a massive competitive edge. When your mind is truly clear, you start seeing the opportunities that everyone else, the ones still worshiping at the altar of busy, they just completely miss.
Okay, so you've optimized your mind. Great. Now, how do you translate that into optimized money? This is where the blueprint gets super practical. And this might be the most mind-blowing part of the whole thing. It doesn't require hours hunched over spreadsheets. The blueprint suggests that with a fully rested, optimized brain, you can master your finances in as little as 10 minutes a day. It's not about more time. It's about bringing your A game, your highest quality thinking, to that short window of time.
I mean, this chart really says it all, doesn't it? The whole hustle culture world tells you to push the quantity of hours bar as high as it can go. This blueprint says, no, that's wrong.
The real driver of success is maximizing the quality of thought. One brilliant decision in 10 clear-headed minutes is worth more than 100 hours of exhausted, foggy work.
Now let's make this super concrete. The source material lays out this perfect little real-world test. Imagine two investors, both trying to make it big. Just look at this showdown. Investor A is running on fumes, fueled by coffee and pure anxiety. He's jittery, he's impulsive, and he caves to the hype, panic buying into a meme stock. Meanwhile, Investor B is using the 3-2-1 method. He's calm, he's clear, he makes a smart, calculated investment based on research. The actions they take couldn't be more different.
So you fast forward 5 years. Who do you think wins? I mean, it's not even a question, right? The answer is crystal clear. The fatigued investor is likely looking at a huge loss, while the optimized investor has seen significant gains. The game was won not by who worked harder, but by who thought clearer.
And this quote from the blueprint, man, it just hits the nail on the head. We have to stop treating exhaustion like it's a trophy. It's not proof you're working hard. It's a risk factor. It is a liability, period. It's dragging down your most valuable asset, your mind.
So it all boils down to this one single crucial takeaway. If you're serious about building wealth, you have to start treating your recovery, your sleep, as the most important investment you can possibly make. It's the one that pays compound interest on every single other decision you make from then on. So I'm going to leave you with this question from the blueprint. Take a hard look at your own life, your own habits. Is that exhaustion you feel an asset, a badge of honor you're proud of, or is it a liability, quietly bleeding your bank account and your potential dry? The answer? Well, it just might change everything for you.